15th is hump day. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC, 6 o'clock. So y'all know what time it is. Time for the bottom line. What's good, everybody? Hope y'all doing good. Thank y'all for stepping through like you always do. And like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Hope everybody had a good night. It's been a rough one for me. I have to admit, I'm not even going front. It was rough, but I made it through because I knew what I had to do. I had to come through, give y'all the information of what we got going on at the top of the morning this Wednesday. So without any further ado, let's cover some topics. Let's get into it. Make sure we wait, see if we can get some people in here first before we get it started. Let's get the room going. Again, let's get energetic. Hope everybody's good. I don't know what you got to do. Clap, do 2 push-ups, smack yourself in the face, throw some water on your face. Do what you got to do, y'all. It's the bottom line. It's time for the bottom line. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning, because I know I am. Why are you having a fantastic morning, Bugatti? Because I woke up this morning. And like I always told you guys, you got to be happy for the good and the bad. The fact that we woke up this morning is a plus. So we got some real exciting stories to cover today. We got Ready to Work, day 1. Y'all see them. It's coming up. Ready to Work, day 1. Trump's ready to go, y'all. Then we got El Chapo, his sons. They reached a plea deal with the U.S. They ready to give themselves up. They ready to, they made a deal. They said, you know what? Tired of going back and forth. Let's work this out. Let's go ahead and see what we got to do. So we got that on the board. What else we got? We got the border czar, Tom Holman. Y'all not going to believe this one. I don't know if y'all read the thumbnail this morning. Did y'all read the thumbnail? It says Tom Holman, he threatens to arrest. That's right. Silver bracelets behind your back. Y'all know the paddy wagon ride. Y'all know how we do it. Y'all ready? That ride when you're in the back of the police car and you're bumping like this and you're looking to the side, you're wondering where, call my lawyer. Yeah, Tom Holman, Trump's border czar, is threatening to arrest Chicago's border czar if he gives pushback and if they do not help get rid of the illegal migrants. That's another one that we got to cover. Then we have, last but not least, Trump's tackling the border wall crisis with his first day order blitz. You guys heard me the other day. I told you 100 orders first day, overturning this, overturning non-drilling on the water, overturning all of the crap that our current president, Joe Biden, has actually put into place. So I think we have a lot to cover. So like I always say, let's get into it. Hope everybody's having a fantastic morning. If y'all got to get y'all coffee, do that. Hope y'all already got it because we already in the mix, y'all. And we got to go into it right now.
The Justice Department has released former special counsel Jack Smith's report on the investigation into the Trump election interference case.
Mr. Smith's final report, sent to Congress just a little after midnight last night, argues that President Trump would have been convicted if he had not won the presidential race in 2024. Smith writing, quote, "It has long been the department's interpretation that the Constitution forbids the federal indictment and prosecution of a sitting president."
What do you guys think about that? Did you guys know anything about this? He pushed that through late last night, basically saying that he could have basically convicted Trump. What y'all think about that? He's trying to say, oh, I could have convicted Trump. Sounds a little similar to when Joe Biden just said, I could have beat Trump if I would have ran. Okay. Cool morning. What up, Frank? How you doing? I see you up and ready to go. Let's keep it going. What you think about this, though? Do you think that Jack Smith would have been able to actually convict Donald Trump? He said that he had enough information and enough proof to do it. He had the receipts is what he's saying. He had the receipts. That's what they call it these days, the receipts.
But for Mr. Trump's election and imminent return to the presidency, the office assessed that the admissible evidence was sufficient to obtain and sustain a conviction at trial.
I'm sure he thinks so. Meanwhile, Trump, who had tried to block the report's release, responding on Truth Social, deranged Jack Smith, which was his wrestling name, was unable to successfully prosecute the political opponent of his boss, crooked Joe Biden. The voters have spoken.
So the newly released report is one of 2 volumes put together by Smith. Volume 2 is regarding the classified documents case. Attorney General Merrick Garland said he would not release that since 2 of the co-defendants are still facing prosecution.
Let's bring in Fox News contributor Jonathan.
What do you guys think about that? Mr. Jack Smith, he said that he would have basically convicted Trump if he would have had the chance to bring all of his information to trial. I mean, it's not like it hasn't been done already. He has been found guilty of the other charges with Stormy Daniels and the charges of, what's that again? Hush money, which actually got him a little slap on the wrist and something that he has to have sticking on to him like venom until he gets out of the White House. Seems like a play that they might try to do something down the line. But what do you guys think about this Jack Smith situation? It's always the loser that says, I could have done this, I could have done that. Well, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? All right, y'all, what else we got? Let's look on this timeline here and let's keep it going. Let's get some more people in here. Hope everybody's doing good this morning. Wake up, wake up. You got to go to work. You know what you got to do. Come on. Wake it up, wake it up. We got some more Trump news right here. He's tackling the border crisis, like I said earlier, with this executive order blitz. I want to get this stuff out of here so you guys can see what's going on. It's a lot of action about to happen this week and next week coming up. So what's the plan? Let's go.
You're preparing a number of executive orders that are going to next Monday afternoon. Immigration is the big one. And
we actually have some information here where Trump is actually speaking himself via radio, via audio to Newsmax. And he's explaining what he's planning on doing as soon as he steps in. How you guys doing? Wake up, let's get it.
And that's where I wanted to go to next. How fast do you think Americans are going to see results? We're going to start seeing deportations. How fast will we feel what you're about to do?
Immediately. It's going to be immediate.
President-elect Trump told Newsmax on Monday he plans to action his border policies immediately after taking office. That's right. President-elect Trump is set to issue over 100 executive orders on the first day in office, according to Axios. These orders focus on border security, deportations, and various policy priorities. Trump told Newsmax Rob Schmidt he plans to act on the border immediately, focusing on deporting illegals with a criminal background.
We have to get a lot of people out. We have criminals at a level that nobody could believe, terrorists, and as I said, murderers, people that murdered people. Many people murdered more than one. They came from prisons and they came from mental institutions, insane asylums. And there are street gangs from Venezuela and many other countries.
Trump's executive order blitz is expected to include completing the U.S.-Mexican border wall, expanding detention facilities for migrants and criminals, reinstate the Remain in Mexico policy, require asylum seekers to apply in other countries, and deport over 1 million illegal migrants. Roll back Biden's era. And we gotta let this go. I know how that goes. Okay, roll back Biden's orders, including those related to energy production, vaccines, mandates, federal workforce regulations, and schools. I didn't know what that said. 2 years ago in Iowa, Trump mused about having a tiny desk set up for his inauguration to fast track the signing of his executive order.
The inauguration is. You're down and you're walking up these beautiful stairs to Capitol. Everything's so beautiful. As I'm walking up, I'll be signing about 4 or 5 different documents. I'm not going to wait to get to the end. I may even have a very tiny little desk put on the 20th stair.
What y'all think about the 20th stair having a desk on it? This is hilarious. I gotta go with it. I gotta laugh. It's hilarious. What do you guys think about this? It's hilarious. Yeah, we got 71 people in the building. We got 4 likes. Let's go ahead and get some more likes up to let people know what we're doing. Come on, y'all, bring it. President Trump, America awaits. Clean up the Biden Kamala disaster. I'm gonna read y'all comments, but y'all gotta go ahead and put them. Go on, y'all know what y'all gotta do. Come on, y'all want me to read the comments? Y'all gotta look out for me too. I'm already working over here, doing all of this juggling. Y'all want me to comment? Y'all gotta look out. Y'all want me to read them? Let me know. Show some love. I'll show you some love too. Let's go.
Because I always like to sign with a desk. Your signature looks much better than holding it up like. But I may have a little tiny desk put up there so that I can sign on the border. I can sign. We're going to complete everything. You know, we built over 500 miles of wall, but we're gonna secure our border.
While no public signs suggest that he is considering it, Republican senators plan to welcome Trump into the building after his inauguration. Federal, local, and law officials met on Monday to discuss security measures for Donald Trump's upcoming inauguration in Washington, D.C. You guys see they're putting up the barriers.
As you well know, every 4 years, our city supports the peaceful transition of power. We are proud of that responsibility and grateful to our federal partners, local agencies, and community members who work together to ensure a safe event. We are here today to discuss preparations for the upcoming 60th presidential inauguration.
More than 30 miles of anti-scale fence will be used for the inauguration, more than any other NSSE ever before. The Secret Service is comprehensive.
Security measures include over 30 miles of anti-scale fencing, drone surveillance, and nationwide agents, specialists, according to the
We'll continue to use drones as part of our protective posture. Do not be alarmed if you see these assets during the inauguration or in training in the days ahead.
They getting ready, y'all. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. And I have not asked you guys, you know, we've done all of this coverage and we talked about it, but how do you feel about it? I want to know your opinion about the upcoming inauguration. What do you guys feel about Trump taking office and all of these executive orders that he's planning on signing? You already know I respond to the comments even after the live is gone. If you leave the comments, I'll get back to you guys and we can keep on going through this because we got some more to cover. We got to keep going. We got a lot to cover. What we got now? We got Tom Homan. This is the good one, y'all. He promises that if Chicago's mayor gets in the way, silver bracelets, silver bells, silver bracelets. Yeah, he's literally threatening the mayor of Chicago with arrest if he doesn't comply. What we got over there? We got Chelsea Young. He's got a lot to do after everything Biden messed up. It's going to take some time, but things will get better. Let's get those likes up. We got 189 people in the building. Come on, y'all. We got 189 people in the building. The people that left, they think it's over, but it's not. Because now we got the borders are telling us what's going on in Chicago. Because Chicago was talking a lot of junk before Trump became the president. Now the
Administration border czar Tom Homan's announcement that deportation efforts would start in Chicago ignited a firestorm with Mayor Brandon Johnson.
This is not about immigration reform. This is about an administration who's determined to stoke fear into the people of this country.
Johnson and Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker have vowed Chicago will remain a sanctuary city and not cooperate with ICE agents.
How many people in Chicago we got in here? If you're from Chicago, let's do a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys feel about this situation going on here too, because the last time we saw that there was a public demonstration going on where they were really coming down on the mayor of Chicago because the public felt that they were using Chicagoans' monetary to take care of illegal migrants instead of taking care of people that already lived there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it got pretty intense when they did that public hearing. How many people here from Chicago that understand what's going on here? And do you agree with what's going on? It's a sanctuary city which protects illegal migrants as well.
At a Christmas party in the Windy City, Homan threatened to arrest the mayor if he stood in his way.
If he knowingly harbors and conceals an illegal alien, I will prosecute.
More than 50,000 immigrants have arrived here in Chicago since August of 2022, and the city has paid upwards of $600 million to care for them. All that has created a bitter standoff here at City Hall between Mayor Johnson and angry citizens.
Now, you want to sit here, you and J.B. Pritzker want to puff out your chest and fight Tom Homan. We need Tom Homan here in Chicago. We need Donald Trump.
Chicago Alderman Nick Sposato sits in those City Hall meetings.
listen, they got a legitimate beef. You know, they're saying you're not worried about us, but you're worried about these people that are here illegally.
Sposado and Alderman Raymond Lopez say they're baffled by their mayor's stance.
Well, I think his position, quite frankly, is foolish and not fully thought out.
I don't know why he picked Chicago, but he did, mainly because of Governor Pritzker and Mayor Johnson.
Yeah, because they're trying to give pushback. They're trying to say that they're not going to help. So you know what Tom Holman said? Let's go there and make an example of them. So we'll let everybody else know what the deal is. You guys make an example of one person that's pushing back majorly and put him in them silver bracelets in the back of that car doing this. And then you put that on the news. You think other mayors or governors want to take that ride? They're going to be like, you know what? We're not dealing with that. We got other stuff to deal with. Exactly.
What they're saying, that they don't want to work with you. So he's going to make an example of us and say, you know, we're not going to take that and we're going to go grab these people and get them out of here.
Lopez is a Democrat with a large Hispanic constituency. After meeting Trump's border czar, he quickly became labeled a sellout by many fellow Democrats. He says once you explain to Chicagoans this is deporting illegal criminals, most get on board.
We can help.
Yeah, we got other situations to cover. This is crazy. Like I said, if you guys are in Chicago, or people, period, because, you know, there's people all over the world that have their opinions. We all come from different diversities, different religions and stuff. Keep on trying to tell you guys, though, even though we're probably Democrats, Republicans, and independents, we're still human beings. So still be respectful, understand that everybody's opinion counts. Even the people that's trying to troll in the comments. I see you, but I don't care, because we got to keep it going. Because now we got some BRPD officers. They lose the first step in the appeals process. I don't even know why they're concerning themselves with civil cases when they have a M case to deal with. This is a situation where correctional officers have been beating on criminals and convicted felons and stuff of that nature, and they've been now put out there, and people have found out about it. They're trying to fight the civil case when they actually have one of the inmates. That's a bigger charge that they need to worry about. Anybody know about this? About the BRPD and what they did, and now they're trying to get out of it?
Officers began the fight to get their jobs back.
But the fight didn't get far, with them losing round one and facing a tough round two next month. Ethan Tuttle reports the chief of police who fired them vowed to keep it that way.
Last September, Baton Rouge Police Chief T.J. Morse fired 4 police officers.
Okay, BRPD, that's Baton Rouge. Okay, now we know what that means. That's Baton Rouge Police Department. Don't know what happened, but I definitely want to get into this, so let's go.
Chief T.J. Morse fired 4 police officers, including the department's former number 2 man, Deputy Chief Troy Lawrence Sr., as well as Corporals Doug Schutz and Todd Thomas. They are accused of covering up the beating of a man in police custody back in 2020. Fast forward to today, the 3 went before the Municipal Fire and Police Civil Service Board, asking that their terminations be overturned.
Don't be bamboozled with this argument, this ruse.
Their lawyers tried for the easiest route first, asking the board to grant a summary judgment, saying the department did not stick to the officers' Bill of Rights when investigating this, but the board said no. Kyle Kershaw is an attorney representing one of the former officers. He says he wasn't surprised at today's outcome.
Not at all.
No.
We knew exactly what was going to be presented. It was presented. We dealt with it. Just obviously they didn't see it the exact.
Well, someone lost their lives. That's number one. And you guys are worried about the civil part of it and getting these guys their job back, which they think that they're going to get their pensions or whatever if they get their jobs back. You guys have seen what's been going on in correctional facilities. It's finally being revealed where you're seeing the correctional officers beat the inmates to the point where they expire. So now a lot of this stuff is actually being put out there, and it's actually a good thing. We need to know when stuff like this is happening. We definitely need to stay informed and then put these officers on blast where they should be. That's why I'm saying, why are these officers worrying about an appeals case when they have a major felony case that they have to fight?
Same way we did, but that's why we're not going to have a trial on the issue.
That trial, as he called it, is an appeals hearing set February 24th, where the fired officers will have another chance to plead their cases and their attorneys can call witnesses. Watching this all play out today, Chief T.J. Morse. He says if things end up going in favor of the 3 former officers, there are steps the department will look at taking.
If the board winds up deciding that they need to reverse the termination, then they would go back on administrative leave. We would talk about some things, some other options that we have to appeal or start a brand new investigation if there was found that this investigation was flawed.
Regardless, District Attorney Hiller Moore says this will not affect the separate criminal case being brought against the officers.
Even if the Civil Service Board were to agree that some potential civil rules were violated for them. It has no impact on the criminal case because that's a separate investigation.
Former Chief of Police Paul Murphy was leading the department at the time the investigation took place. Lawyers representing the 3 officers claim the investigation into their clients violated their officer rights. 4 officers, including the 3 we named earlier, were not only accused of beating a man in a District 1 bathroom and using a stun gun to scare him, but also for allegedly disposing the body camera and the footage following the incident. Moore says the officers could have more legal battles to come.
All the officers.
Again, we cover all stories and we put them inside of the big story so that you guys stay here to watch them because this stuff is important. Not gonna just keep on putting all big and get We need to cover small areas of Baton Rouge, let you see what's going on with officers and people all over the world. That's what the platform is for, to keep us informed, and then we make our informative decisions. Now we have both sides of the U.S. and Mexican border that are preparing for Trump's return. Let's see how they're planning their return.
President-elect Donald Trump said he wants to dramatically shift immigration policy once he takes office next week, promising mass deportations of undocumented immigrants. While the number of illegal border crossings has steadily declined since June, thousands of migrants in Mexico are still desperately trying to enter the U.S. despite the president-elect's promise of harsher policies. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camila Montoya-Galvez took a trip to both sides of the southern border to see how law enforcement officials and migrants are preparing for the next administration.
This has been a proven deterrent.
Along the U.S.-Mexico border, our drone captured a group of migrants, including young children, trying to enter the country illegally. But they were unable to get past a razor wire set up by the state of Texas.
Some people may look at this and say, this looks like a war zone.
Yes, sir.
And to be honest, it kind of does.
It kind of resembles it. The tactic behind all this optic is doing what it just did right now. It prevents them from coming over illegally.
Texas credits its aggressive efforts for the current 4-year low in illegal border crossings.
So they use drones as well along the border and they monitor what's going on. And they don't even have to really stay out there as much because once the drones, they just send somebody to that area to try to get them. Now they do have more cunning ways of doing it, like yesterday where we saw that tunnel that they made that was coming out of a storm drain that came out of another exit area and was on the other side of from Juarez all the way to El Paso. So they do get cunning. We human beings. We're going to do what we got to do to get somewhere. Think about it like this. When black people were doing the underground the Underground Railroad, we had to take different ways and different types of ways to get from the north to the south. So get out how you can. Can't blame them. You can't blame people for wanting a better life. That's one thing that we have to agree on.
Biden administration attributes that drop to asylum restrictions, Mexico's efforts to stop migrants, and a phone app known as CBP-1 that allows up to 1,500 people per day to schedule legal crossings. But on the Mexican side of the border, we found a bottleneck of people desperate to enter the U.S., awaiting the appointments under the app. President-elect Trump has vowed to shut down the app, expand border restrictions, and conduct mass deportations.
So yeah, he said he's going to shut down the app that Biden and the administration have put into play. The app basically lets the migrant fill out an application to wait to see if they can get, an appointment. And now Trump is shutting that down too. We got another situation where Tom Holman is about to put in place where they're possibly thinking about putting up a hotline. They're thinking about putting up a hotline, and what's going to happen with the hotline is you'll be able to call and snitch. I see some migrants over here. There's some over here. So it's basically a snitch line that anybody would be able to use and call and let them know that there's a illegal migrant somewhere. Would you guys call that number? I wanted to ask that question. It's in the notes. This question. Would you call the number that's provided if you know where some illegal migrants are? Would you call to turn them in? Another question. If there was $1,000 incentive to do it, would you do it? You'll probably quit your job and have to be your new job, won't it? That'll be your new job. I know. Don't front. Tell the truth. Also, let me get some more likes in here. We got 480 people in the building and we got 21 likes. I'm feeling bad right now. Y'all don't like me? Come on now. Let's get the likes up so I can keep on going. I got some more heat. Let's double tap the fist bump right there. Double tap, double tap, double tap, double tap. Boo, 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 boo. Come on. Let's go. Let's get the likes up. We need to let people know I'm here. Why would I report them? He said, why would I report them? Look at Zach over there talking about why would he report them? Zach, double tap the screen real quick to get these likes up to let everybody know that I'm up at 6 o'clock getting this information out here so everybody can share. Nope, go back to prison. B. Murphy said, nope, go back to prison. All right, Zach, good looking. Edwin said, yep, I'll call. And he fist bumped too. Yo, Ed, you funny, dog. What's that? DJ Mike Skills DS. I would call on the Karens, make them waste their time. That's funny. That's funny, DJ. That's funny. Good looking, Zach, for subscribing. I appreciate you guys. So you know what? I got to work now because Zach just subscribed. He says Chicago's a mess. Let me get back to work, y'all. But let's get these lights up so I can get more people letting them know what we got going on over here. All right. This is the hotline right here, guys. So you tell me what you think about this.
Welcome back. President-elect Trump is preparing a series of executive actions related to immigration, some of which we expect him to implement as soon as he's...
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures, and with super reliable internet speeds, you're always front row to the entertainment you love. Switch to Spectrum Internet Premier.
He's sworn into office 1 week from today. Incoming border czar Tom Homan sat down for a one-on-one interview with NBC's Gabe Gutierrez at the U.S. southern border. When it comes to implementing President-elect Trump's ambitious plan for mass deportations, Holman wouldn't put a price tag on the effort, but said the $86 billion number that's been floated would be a, quote, great start.
By when do you need that money in order for this to be effective?
The sooner we get the money, the more effective we're going to be. But because there's limited money right now, doesn't mean we're not going to start day one. We'll deal with it as we're going to start day one. The president's going to take steps to secure the border day one. We're going to start the national operation day one.
What are some of those steps on day one?
As far as, look, I'm not going to get ahead of the president on this. He's going to be announcing some things on day one. And going to be things you've seen in the past. There's going to be some new things.
Are we talking about re-implementing Title 42?
I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to get ahead of the president on that.
Should we expect workplace raids?
Yes. I wouldn't call it raid.
Should we expect workplace raids? He did not quiver when he said yes. Like as soon as he finished the sentence, yes. Should we expect yes? Okay, let me finish my sentence first. Come on, y'all. Let's get these likes up. Let's keep going so we can keep this information going. Got a banger coming up after this. Got a banger. Trump 2025 high from Sweden. Susan, how you doing, Susan? Ghost of Ezekiel. I'm calling for the money. James RB said, nice. Dump Trump. Told you, dummies. Let me see what else. Ray, Gail. It's a rat line. That's Britain. What's up, China? How you doing? Let's keep it going, y'all. Let's get them likes up. We got like 500 people in the building. Let's get them likes up to Lisa about a nice 80. Let's get them likes up. I appreciate that. Come on now. Come on now. I want to turn around and hit this button. I want y'all to see the rest of what Tom Homan got to say. But I need to get those likes up. Y'all don't pay me. YouTube do. We need to get more people over here now for me to get the little response time. Come now. Tap the screen 2 times. You don't have to do nothing else but double tap the screen them. I'm not asking for a coffee or anything. Come now. Double tap. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Based on investigation. But why do I say that? Number one reason, where do we find most victims of forced labor? Forced labor operations. The Biden administration said they're concerned about trafficking, that includes forced labor trafficking, but they stopped forced labor enforcement operations. 3.5 decades, that's where we find a lot of victims of forced trafficking.
How soon should we expect the ramping up of workplace roundups?
We'll have to see.
Are we talking around Inauguration Day, even on Inauguration Day?
I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to forecast what we're doing and what we're doing, but you can count on worksite enforcement coming back.
Do you plan to prosecute public officials who don't help you?
What I would say is, sanctuary cities don't want to help us, that's fine. I think it's wrong, but that's fine, because I would think any elected official would want to remove public safety threats from their communities. But there's a line they can't cross. Now, I've heard things saying we're going to put roadblocks up, not allow you in the city. Well, that's a clear violation of federal law. If you don't want to help us, then don't help us. We're going to do it anyways. If you're not going to lock us out of your city, we're going to do this job.
Will there be collateral arrests?
Yes.
So, for example, if you go after a immigrant who has a criminal record, you find him at home, his wife is there. She does not have a criminal record. Does she get arrested?
Is she illegal in the United States?
If she is. If she's undocumented, does she get arrested too?
Yes. It should be processed, and we'll let the immigration judge decide what happens to her. They don't have a right to see an immigration judge.
Grandma, for example, Does she get arrested as well?
She's in the country illegally?
Yes.
Then she'll be put in front of the immigration judge too. It's not okay to be in this country illegally. It's not okay to violate laws and cross that border.
The question has been answered that everybody keeps on asking. You heard it straight from his mouth. Abuela will be deported, and she have to go talk to, immigration and see if they're gonna let her stay. So all of the questions about is Abuela gonna be deported? If they come to the workplace and she's there, yes. If there's a raid, there's a chance that she may get caught up in it. So you might not want to have Abuela around bad stuff going on, just in case. Keep Abuela solo. I'm in Scolonia. No help from Trump. Fire liar. Trump's not in the office yet. He can't help. The one and only good. David, she's illegally. We don't like it, but that's the law. Blame Jeffrey says deport. Hey, y'all, let's get these likes up to 80. Come on. There's 767 people in here. I'm going to turn around and click the video, but I want some more likes. Let's get YouTube active. Let's let them know your boy is working. Boom, boom, double tap. Let's go.
It's going to be based on the specifics of each case and each person we encounter.
Discretion for each ICE agent. That gives a lot of power to each ICE agent.
Yes. Shouldn't they have that power? I mean, you give an officer the ability to take a life if he has to. We should give him the discretion on does this arrest serve the mission, and does this arrest serve the nation?
Should birthright citizenship come to an end?
I'll leave that up to the president to make that decision.
But what's your opinion? Do you think it should?
I'll say this: birthright citizenship is a major driver of illegal immigration.
Birthright citizenship, he says, is a major force on illegal immigration, meaning that it assists with people being able to stay because of their children being born here. So now they're trying to overturn birthright citizenship so that you can't say, well, we had a child here and we get to stay. Trump saying, and Tom Holman is saying, well, you know what? The kid can stay or you can go back, or y'all can take the kid back with you, but y'all can't stay. It's the new law. We got this other situation in Altadena. Evacuatees they lost their families and their homes in these Eaton fires. Let's let our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody that lost their lives and lost their homes in these California fires. You know I was going to cover it. There's new information about it. We've got new coverage in Eaton and Altadena. I hope I'm not saying it the wrong way, but we got to cover it because it's really going on. And thank you guys. DJ Mike Skills, that's right. Thoughts and prayers and our love is going out to California and everyone affected by these wildfires. They're still going on in some places. Now they're saying that it's coming up in other parts of California. So now we know there's particular people out there that's probably setting them illegally. And they already caught about 12 people that have been doing that, as well as robbing some of the homes that have been evacuated due to the fires. So it's terrible out there, y'all. So we got to send our love out there and in our prayers.
We literally started from scratch, so every little bit counts. Complete loss of our property and everything. Yep. We evacuated just in time, really. Grabbed a few items and headed out to LA to stay with family members. We were there for 27 years. Yeah. I had my children there. My nephew, he grew up there and he'll be 21. So, born and raised there. And it was headquarters for our family. This was actually our family tree right here. We used to take all of our family photos in front of the tree by different generations and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty bad. That was another house on the corner on fire.
Families just in the streets now, like people that had homes, they lost their possessions, they lost their protection. And a lot of the insurance companies are basically leaving. They just said that they can't even pay they can't pay. They're not going to be able to take care of the debt that it's going to cost to rebuild all of these homes. Sad, y'all. It's real sad.
So much.
appreciate you. God bless. There was nothing that would have stopped what was coming. There could have been a fire truck in front of every single house up there. It wouldn't have mattered. We have a bunch of burn fire trucks. I know of 2 houses that survived in all of those blocks, and I hear that there are a couple of more that might have survived. But the rest of it it's described as a war zone. It looks like a film set that was overdone. I will admit we were casual in packing. I was casual in packing. I thought we'd be back the next morning having a laugh. I stood in my driveway and watched the fire progress. The power went out about 9 o'clock or so, and we got an offer to stay at a place for the night. And I said, "Okay, girls, get in the car." And we drove away at 10:30. The next morning, I spoke to my next door neighbor, whose husband tried to defend his place, and she told me it was gone.
We see it on TV all the time, but when you're actually in it, it hits a little bit different. So we're just adjusted and still trying to process everything. And I know it's going to be a long recovery, but we're good. We will be good. Yeah.
God bless you guys. And not only that, but your spirits are up. I guess, her family survived. And, like they always say, strong people, they're going to rebuild. They're not just going to give up. They're going to rebuild. They got to rebuild. They can't just, give up on their family and everything that they have ingrained in where they're from. So, again, thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who lost their families and lost their lives and lost their homes in California. We also got this crazy situation where we got criminals out there, of course. They're looting and they're stealing from these homes that were burned in Los Angeles. Law officers said that they expected this to happen, and they caught like a dozen of them, locked them up. They got them bracelets on, and they taking that ride. Locked up. They don't need to get out. They don't need to get out. You know why? Because you're trying to come at people when they're at the most vulnerable and when they're really hurting and suffering. They really need to be charged for doing something like that. I think it's terrible. Guys, do me a favor. Let's get these likes up. Got to show you this next clip that's crazy. Check this out. Luckily, they got arrested and they got caught.
Good afternoon. It's just after 2 p.m. and we are coming on the air as LA District Attorney Nathan Homan announces charges against a group of people for looting as wildfires continue to burn in Southern California. Let's listen in.
All right, we'll start right now. So, as we've said before, with the firefighters literally putting their lives on the line to save people's lives, their homes and their properties and their businesses, with law enforcement working 24 hours to keep us safe and secure during these tragic times, with over 200,000 Angelenos cooperating with evacuation orders in order to make sure that they get out of harm's way, but allow firefighters and first responders and law enforcement to do their business. There have been certain people that we have given a warning to because we anticipated that this was going to happen. And these are the criminals. These are the people who are seeking to exploit this tragedy for their own benefit. These are people who have engaged in looting, arson. We've also investigated price gouging. We'll be investigating internet scams and the like. Today, we're here to announce that the promise that we made when we started this, that these criminals would be arrested, they would be prosecuted, and they will be maximally punished, is a promise we are keeping. As we announced today, the charges being filed on 10 different individuals, 9 of them for looting in both the Palisades and the Eden fires, and 1 for arson. And arson, by the way, not connected.
With Evernote?
So let me tell you what they were doing with these arsons, y'all, just so you know. I'm talking about this is a crazy slap in the face. In areas that there weren't fires, there were people setting fires in order to make people have to evacuate so that they could rob them. That's basically what they were doing. They were literally setting fires so that people would have to evacuate so they could rob their homes.
In Azusa. These felony charges are, but an arson that occurred in Azusa. These felony charges are the result of a multi-agency collaboration that has been nothing short of incredibly impressive to be able to bring these charges this quickly. This collaboration includes the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, the Los Angeles Police Department, the Los Angeles County Fire Arson Unit, the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the ATF, the Los Angeles City Attorney's Office, and all our related cities that you'll hear about that have done incredible work under enormously stressful times in order to bring these culprits to justice. I'll go through the various charges that have been filed to date. The first set of charges are against three individuals, Martrell Peoples, Damari Bell, and Travin Coleman. What two of these individuals did is on the night of both January 8th and the early morning hours of January 9th, they went ahead and committed first-degree residential burglary and looting during an emergency and evacuation situation in a house in Mandeville Canyon. They have been charged with first-degree residential burglary. They've been charged with looting. They've been charged with grand theft. They stole over $200,000 as been alleged by the charging documents. And by
Altogether, it's been up to $1 million with the entire group being 12 of them. So that was 200,000 of it. But as far as the group that got caught, there was over a dozen of them, and there was over $1 million that they actually were able to recover in jewelry, money, safes, and all sorts of other stuff that they were able to take off these pieces of scum that were basically robbing people that were already suffering from fires and losing everything that they already had. They didn't even want them to be able to come back and pick up remnants of anything that they had so that they can probably pick up and go from there. So they get what they deserve. And I'm being honest with you, whatever they get, it probably won't be enough, because when it comes down to your life inheritance things and certain knickknacks and items that you can never get back, that they just want to go pawn off for money, that's real low. That's got to be real low. But let's get to it, y'all. This is what y'all probably been waiting for. The sons of El Chapo, they decided that they're ready to take a deal with the United States of America. Let's see what they decided and what their actual sentence is going to be, if they actually came up with it yet. But let's go.
And new at 4:30, the sons of convicted drug lord El Chapo could be one step closer to reaching a plea deal with the federal government.
Now, his sons initially pleaded not guilty to drug-related charges for their alleged role in leading what authorities say is one of the most violent drug cartels in the world. V. Wynn has the latest from court.
Federal prosecutors today revealing new details in their case against Joaquin and Ovidio Guzman Lopez and how they're still working to resolve the case before trial.
For them to offer them a deal and a cooperating deal is something significant.
Retired DEA agent Michael Wilhite spent many years tracking the inner workings of the cartel and their father El Chapo, who is currently serving life in prison after being convicted.
The end is here. Now pay as little as 15 cents on the dollar at the Hugh. Bill at Tallner Jewelers. Pay as little as 15 cents on...
Convicted for his role in the criminal enterprise.
Even though he's incarcerated, the organization continues to operate. Okay, it continues to have layers.
The two brothers did not appear in court today, both facing multiple charges accused of leading and running the Sinaloa cartel, including manufacturing and trafficking of fentanyl into the U.S. The Justice Department says this cartel is one of the most violent and...
Besides Japan and certain other countries like Korea, there is a major hub of fentanyl, that you know what I'm saying, that's coming from the Sinaloa cartel. And basically these guys are still the ones that are actually supplying it. So just because Chapo has got them silver bracelets doesn't mean that the story doesn't go on.
Powerful drug organizations in the world.
The message they're sending is that we're not going to quit. We're going to do whatever we can do to bring you forth to prosecution.
Ovidio was arrested in the summer of 2023, as seen here in this takedown. He's also facing charges in New York. Prosecutors told the judge they're still trying to hammer out a plea deal that would encompass both cases in a global resolution, both parties asking the judge for more time as they continue to negotiate. A criminal defense attorney weighing in on the case.
Joaquin helped turn in one of the most wanted narco traffickers in the world, Zambada, and that in itself is invaluable. And he should be able to turn that piece of evidence or that favor that he did the federal government for a whole lot of favors, meaning...
So he ratted on somebody. El Chapo's son. I guess it was somebody that he was doing business with. He said, you know what? He's over there. And now he's trying to use that for negotiation to get him less time and to get his brother less time. Y'all do me a favor. Let's get these likes up. We got what? 586 people in the building. We got about 83 likes. Come on, y'all. Let's get that to 100. Let's keep on going. I got more information, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. We up now. We working. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Double tap. Double tap. Double tap. Boom. Come on. Let's go. Let's get these likes up. Let's go.
a significant reduction in sentence, for instance.
Another hearing is set for a video at the end of February. His brother will appear in court in March. Reporting from the Dirksen Federal Courthouse, V1 NBC 5 News.
He said attorneys want that D-Rug money. Somebody in the comments said that the attorneys want that D-Rug money. You know they do. That's how the attorneys get rich. Like, you know, if you really want to, you know, make money instead of doing illegal stuff, just become a lawyer. You get to stay alive. You get to make all of the money off the criminals and stuff. Let them do the hard work. Let them do all of the work. You just be a lawyer. Oh, I'm going to defend you. It's only going to be $200,000 every 5 minutes. Next thing you know, you're rich. I don't know any lawyer that's broke. Even legal aid lawyers is doing all right. So that being said, it's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And like I always tell you, you could have went anywhere, but the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me at the bottom line, I appreciate you guys. So until tomorrow, y'all know how we do it. We're going to do it again, gather more information, come to the platform, share with each other, make informative decisions like we always do. Need y'all to go on over to the website if y'all like what y'all been seeing. This that oversized big drip right here. It's comfortable, yeah. Going over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. Get yourself some merch. And like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. Click on one of these videos over here. Subscribe to the channel. Let everybody know what's going on over here. See you guys tomorrow. Get 'em! 1.